5:30 in the morning. I've been on the go since 2:30. Been on the docks. I overnighted in Newbury. Come down, A34 shut, had to go out the M3, back down again. Onto the docks, box on, box off. Pretty quick, to be fair. And she's fucking heavy, she's got a fair bit of weight behind her. And we're heading up to Daventry now. For a reload just outside the other side of Swindon, and then up the London Gateway. Don't know how far I get, because like I say, I started up on 2 this morning. Didn't record yesterday, purely and simply because where did I overnight? I overnighted at Membry on the M4. I think that was about the last time I spoke to you. And then Membry down onto the docks, box on, box off. No, box off, box on. And then job in Milton Keynes. Just a straightforward, simple drive up to Milton Keynes. And sat on a bay for nearly 5 hours. Unloaded. And then headed back and got as far as Newbury last night. Yeah, that was it. So I didn't really record. There was, you know, I don't know. Otherwise it's recording for the sake of recording. For the day I just wanted to, something that popped up yesterday I want to talk about. Driver of hours. Now, Transport Minister Ron Shaps, whatever his name is, needs a good kick in the bollocks. In his infinite wisdom, his idea of being able to solve the current driver shortage is to say to all current drivers that run on tacos that it's okay now, you can extend your driving hour period from 9 hours to 10 hours every day of the week. Well, thank you for that. There's a number of things wrong with that policy. Firstly, I can't see that solving fuck all from a logistics point of view. And a number of things that have happened there. A number of other problems that crop up. First, I'm salaried. So, imagine you as for those of you that aren't HGV drivers, I'm salaried. So if they then ask me to work another 4 or 5 hours a week for no extra pay, which they're entitled to do, how would you feel about it? If your boss turned around to you and said, well, we're going to stick another hour on your day every day, you don't get any money for it, but, you know, thank you. Well, in most cases, he probably wouldn't even say fucking thank you. That's what we'd get. Well, that's what's expected of us. The other more important aspect of this, forget the money aspect, is that as things currently stand today, Thursday, this rule comes into effect on Monday. Now, as it stands today, I'd used both my 10-hour drives up, and the third 10-hour drive I use up, which would be actually illegal as it stands today, I could be fined up to £1,000 and put up in front of the traffic commissioner. Depending on how often I do that, I run over, and for how long a period, I could actually technically lose my licence. And the reason why they put these rules into place is to protect the drivers. It's a health and safety issue. 10 hours of solid driving, that's not get in the cab and then get out of the cab, that's 10 hours of solid driving. Wheels are in motion. Right? 10 hours of that. Every time I stop, like back there, when I stopped at those traffic lights, the clock stops. If I'm there for 2 minutes, that's 2 minutes out of my, that doesn't count towards my 10 hours. If I'm delayed by half an hour, it doesn't count towards my 10 hours of driving. I keep going. Now, as it stands today, the reason why it's in place is to protect me as an individual from becoming overworked and overtired and potentially killing myself and others around me, because I'm driving a 44-ton piece of metal killing machine. But as of Monday, apparently, according to fucking Grant Shapps, I'm okay to drive 10 hours. So how can I be fined up to £1,000 a day and not fined on Monday and be asked to work an extra 5-6 hours a week for fucking nothing? Like I said, I want his bollocks nailed to a fucking table, and then I'm going to get the biggest fucking hammer I can find and hit him. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that is supposed to solve the driver shortage. All that's going to do is put drivers into a fucking early grave. And who wants to come in and go, yeah, I'll do 50 hours of driving, not 50 hours of fucking working, just 50 hours of driving? That's at least 70 hours. 70-hour weeks. Fucking mental. Never heard so much total fucking drivel in my life. Now, I'm sorry to go on about it, but, this is serious stuff, because there will be drivers that will go, and the hourly paid boys that will go, excellent, I can earn an extra £100 by doing those extra hours. Yeah, that's fucking brilliant till you fall asleep, sunshine, and wipe a fucking family and fix that. Wanker. Do you know what I mean? There's no need. We're already fucking working excessive hours as it stands. We don't need some government official that's got no fucking idea whatsoever, that doesn't even hold a fucking car. I'd love him to spend a fucking week in the cab with me. I reckon he'd change his fucking mind after day one. What an absolute wanker. Unbelievable. That extra 10 hours, and this is the other thing as well. Well, we can extend to 10 hours twice a week. That's been lifted so that we can run 10 hours every day. Now that extra hour is supposed to be, well, if we get stuck or there's an accident or we've had a breakdown or we've been delayed in any way, shape or form, it's to get you out of shit hour, and sometimes you need to use it, but the rest of the time you shouldn't have to. So what they're saying now is that you can use get you out of shit hour to get you into more trouble. So what happens then? Are you going to get more people not only doing 10 hours, but they're going to be running into the 11 hour? You know what I mean? It's just fucking wrong on all levels. And it's all very well for people to say, oh well, you don't have to do it. Well, you're right. You don't have to do it. But you could risk losing your job as a result of saying no. Because if you look carefully at any truck driver, if you look carefully at any of your contracts that you have from your company, it'll probably say something along the lines of, you will be required to work up to and including the current legal level of hours. Mine fucking does. Which means they can ask you to work that extra hour and be legally able to do that. This happened during the pandemic, and in exceptional circumstances, in a time of crisis, which we were in, you know, you push on a bit. And I can see that. I don't have a problem with it. You know, we're in unprecedented times. Don't have an issue. However, we are no longer in unprecedented times. We are in times that have been brought about by the government with their shitty policies on transport. Employers who have always and for a long period of time just gone, well, if you don't like it you can fuck off. Well, guess what? They all have. And it's not just, or you can blame it on Brexit, which to a certain degree, some. As I was talking to a German actually yesterday, a German driver yesterday, and they said, working in the UK now, it's really just not attractive. You have to jump through hoops to be over, unless you live over here and work, you know, you're settled, and you've applied for status, then it's just not worth the hassle. Because of COVID restrictions, you know, the amount of paperwork, because of Brexit, they're running Europe for half the amount of trouble, and a lot of the European, you know, they just don't want the hassle. So they can work in God knows how many countries within the European state and not have that. And, listen to this, their standard of living over the last few years has actually risen above our standard of living. So it's not a viable situation anymore. So, you know, this was it's the final nail in the coffin, really. So they've all buggered off. British drivers have been worked to the bone for years and are fed up with it, being treated as, you know, third world citizens. I went to there the other day. It was one of the blue portaloos. It was absolutely heaving. There was no way. There's no facility to wash my hands, but that's all there was. But due to COVID, we provided you a toilet. It's like, oh dear. Yeah, I just can't even describe it. I don't want to put you off your dinner or nothing, but fuck's sake. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But if you're trying to encourage, here's a message for you, Ron, you knob. If you're trying to encourage new blood into this industry, you're going a fucking funny way about doing it, I'll tell you, son. You know what? I'm a staunch Tory supporter. Always have been. But you know what? I think I'm better off voting for the monster raving fucking loony party. They make more sense. They actually make more sense. You know, you've got a bloke who's working 60 plus hours a week. You turn around to him and say, actually we're going to increase that to 65, 66 hours. You're not getting any more pay. Back on. He's already feeling fucking demoralised and pissed off before he even heard that news. You can only imagine his reaction, can't you? Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the current situation of the driver problems that we face in the UK at the moment. You've got all those drivers, every lorry driver that you see running up and down the roads at the moment, it's feeling like that. So next time you cut one up, or you dive into his braking space and he's on the horn and flashing his lights at you, don't be surprised. Because he's at the end of his fucking tether, I can assure you. And you have just put the icing on the cake. There's so many drivers at breaking point at the moment. It's absolutely unbelievable. I can tell you. You know, I speak to a lot of people. Wherever I go, I always chat to other drivers around me. Every single one of them is pissed off. Now, I'm not here for the sake of moaning for the sake of moaning. I know I do moan. And drivers are the world's worst at bitching. But this time, we've actually got something to bitch about. Thing is, the Road Haulage Association is right up the government's arse. They will do absolutely fuck all. Useless. Unions, well, it's not a unionised industry anymore. You know? So that's a waste of time. They can go, oh, we don't like the sound of that. No one's going to listen. What do your members say? Well, we haven't got enough members to make a fucking... You know what I mean? It's just... So that's a waste of fucking time. I don't know. So yeah, that's the current state of play at the moment. We'll see how this pans out. Like I said, I'm a few weeks behind with these videos, so this will come out after all this is kicked in. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. You're hardly surprising, because I've been up since I passed fucking 2. Well, that's the other thing, isn't it? You know, we start at all different times of day and night. My working hours vary massively. Well, they don't. It's between 2 and 6 o'clock I start. I'd say most of the time this week it's been before 4 o'clock. But, you know, as of next week I'm expected to drive for 10 hours a fucking day. Potentially drive for 10 hours a day. Clocking in and clocking off time is 15 hours. And then just take 9 hours of rest. 9 hours. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, looks like the weather's closed in a bit. Oh, we had some rain yesterday. Fucking hell. Oh, lingering the food of the final, aren't they? So far away, but I was last night. Knocked Denmark out last night. Didn't watch the game. I listened to a bit of it on the radio, and then knew that I had to be up super early. I was up at 2 o'clock this morning. So I had to go to bed. I was too tired. But, you know, this is it. Too tired. I couldn't even stay awake. Fell asleep. Still want to be a trucker? I'll speak to you later. Hello. Time now, 8:11, 8:43, just coming up to the M1. Thought I'd put you on. You've seen this stretch of road a few times now, but we're on the hunt for fuckwittery. So I'll leave you on till we get into Daventry. Only about 20 minutes. video I was talking about driver's time and the extension of hours. Now, at this moment in time, I'm not sure whether I'm going to keep that video as part of this one or whether it's chopped into two, and this is like the start of the day. So if I do decide to chop it, I'll just recap a bit as to what the plan is. Overnighted last night in Newbury. Onto the docks, box off, box on. Heading towards Daventry to unload. Down to the other side of Swindon to reload, and then over to London Gateway. Not sure how much of that I'm going to get done today, or the tail end of it anyway. We started at 2:30 this morning.
Enter the roundabout, take the first exit.
But that's okay, because next week the government said I can drive for an extra hour. So what's going on here? There we go. Absolutely perfect.
Take the first exit on turn 1 to the north.
So I've never been to this place before. Been to Daventry a few times, but got to this specific place. Lunatic overtaking me there. Two-way traffic. Fucking hell.
Enter the roundabout, take the first exit.
Look how they've cut all this back, left all the shit behind. Let me out. I'll get in space. We're good. We're good. That's only up to the next junction, which is the Red Line junction. Red Line is all the way round about, but I'll take the first exit off. So it would have been nice to get here last night. There's no chance for that. So I've already done 4 hours, 10 minutes of driving. I'm hoping the bloke in front is probably is not a door, but a reinforced plastic sheeting type thing that stretches over the back there. I hope he's got that. No, that's just blown away and dropped off. Car that just went by had somebody in the passenger seat with their feet up on the dashboard. If that car is fitted with an airbag in the dashboard and they were involved in a collision, it might only be minor damage to the front of the car, but she'd be needing a new set of teeth because her kneecaps would be pushed straight into her jaw. Don't put your feet on the dashboard. They're likely to be pushed up round your ears if the airbag goes off. roadwork, 60 mile an hour. That line's up to the right. Hidden behind that warehouse now. You should be able to see it quite clearly. Got a job now.
Exit the highway towards A45.
Here we go.
Daventry.
Burners on.
Enter the roundabout. Take the first exit.
Should be got parking here as well. Clearly a need for it because the red line gets rammed and there's about 240 trucks a night going there. Excuse me, hiccups.
Take the third exit.
And this is an ideal spot. Not sure why I was indicating it.
Take the third exit.
Out these hills. There's a 2.6 acre site there to sell. Ugh, I wonder how many trucks you could get on 2.6 acres. Fair few. Flowering, although they're starting to look a little bit worse for wear. I'm going to look fairly straightforward to get in and out of. Hoping. here.
Take the second exit.
Slow lorries. Yep. That'll be me then. 32 mile an hour. She's fucking heavy. There's a canal down there. Well, maybe not. It's also a railway line. Go on, go.
Enter the roundabout. Take the second exit.
Just got to watch you now because there's two lanes coming around that roundabout. It filters straight into one lane and you exit off the roundabout. So, again, poorly designed road. See it all the time. Easy to get caught out on speeding along here, 40 mile an hour. On my fuel consumption. It's not bad, 9.3 considering I'm fully freighted. I am more or less maxed out, I think. Why did you do that? Traffic behind me, but I can't get this old girl to go any faster. less than a mile away, so it's just down this roundabout, turn right, turn left, I think, on there. But I'll get round this roundabout. The hotel's still shut.
Turn right at the roundabout, taking the third exit. Take the third exit onto South Way.
I'm going to turn you off because it's literally round the corner from here, so I'll speak to you on the way out. Speak to you later. Hello. Well, that's me tip. Nearly 4 hours. Cheers. Thank you very much, thank you. That's alright, copy then. So, heading out of Daventry, back the way we came, down towards Oxford, turn right. So I'll just get us out of here. So I came in, as I came in, I came round this roundabout and I took this first exit off here to the left. So I just did a loop.
Take the second exit onto London Road.
So, yeah, just stay with me while I get out of Daventry until I get on the motorway, I reckon. And then what I'll do is I'll turn you off and then I'll put you on when I get on this, I think it's the A440, something like that. Takes me over towards Swindon, cross country. I'll put you on for the duration of that, see how we get on. So, yeah. Nice bunch of blokes in there, didn't even have to get out of the cab. I drove straight in, spun around, reversed back into their loading bay. They backed me in. They put a gantry up to the back of the truck, opened the doors and got on with it. 4 hours later, yeah, we're all done, mate. Excellent. Happy days. I like jobs like that. Lovely and sunny at the moment, but I don't know whether we're get myself organised it. I don't know what the weather's supposed to do today. It's got warm in here, so I've got the aircon on. No air. down there with a square tower. Might spot a few churches as we I don't know whether you'll see that one or not. Might spot a few on the way down. Man, look, oh, pretty little thing. Down a bit.
Enter the roundabout, take the first exit.
Still in a 40. Nice view, look. Canal down here. Yeah, there is a canal. See the canal boat. Now you can go right here, but it's it's not a good road.
Turn right at the roundabout, taking the third
Never had a
exit.
great deal of success with it. I don't think it's any quicker at all. I'm just going to go straight down here.
Take the third exit onto Bristol Road. Recalculating.
I went that way once and it was just really slow. So I won't bother. I've never bothered again. It might have just been the traffic that day, I don't know, but you know, once you get used to going a certain way, you tend to sort of always go that way. There's hardly anything in it. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I think. So I should get down to this place just after 2 o'clock. The last couple of times I think I was about an hour in there. And I started at 2:20 to 3, so that'll do me. I'll come out of here and that'll be me, I think. So you want to do a 13 today, take 11 off tonight. Just hit some mad insect. Some big buggers about. I'll turn you off now because there's nothing much to see really. I'll put you on again, like I said, when I get down a bit further and I'll come off the A34. can't remember if it's the A440 or not. What it's called, I don't know. Find out when I get a bit closer. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later. Hello. Time now 13:25. It's the A420, not 440. 420. I'm just about to leave the A34 in 2 miles. Not a road I tend to travel on. So very rarely need to cut across this way. From either direction. Not even sure that it's quicker. Sat nav's telling me it is, but doesn't mean it is. Ugh. Down to a 50 anyway. Getting the end of my day. 1:30. It's only 11-hour day already, shift already. So you get close to me, my son.
Take the third exit towards A420.
Right in front of me. There's all this stuff down there, going all the way around there. Where's that truck going? Down there. To my left, moving over. the last time I've been down here. It was a good while ago, I can tell you. Nice countryside round here. Grass here is turning already, look. Sunshine, look. No sunshine. Stone carving, wood carving guys, look. Very talented stuff. Tubney and Bettleswade. Good names. Round pub. poos. Can you see that? Reminds me of being like in an alpine setting. Church in there. One of the great intends to do. Bumblebees keep flying into me. Don't do it, don't do it. Nice big lay-by. You know what I'm like for a big lay-by, and it's got a bin, 2 bins. One full, one empty. How does that work? Back of that truck it says, we're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
Enter the roundabout, take the second exit.
Oh, I've got it here. Yeah, Bagford. Kingston Bagford is up there.
Take the second exit onto A420.
catcher. Pussy. Tuesday. Linton Broadhurst. Stamford in the Vale. Never know what people are going to do. You think to yourself, Tadpole Bridge. You think to yourself, he's never going to do that. And 9 times out of 10, they fucking do. What if he's going to Tadpole Bridge? That round here. Even the roads are a little bumpy. Pub coming up. No churches though that you can see. It's called. Snooty Niemand. What the hell's that? Snooty Niemand. Historic market town, Folly Hill. I love going there. Around here somewhere, I reckon. Whenever I see a low bridge sign, I always look at it and go, and I always have to double check. I know I'm 14'6" and that was said at 16 foot. It's like, best check. congestion up ahead. I can see a fire. Towards Swindon. Where that truck's coming from.
Enter the roundabout, take the third exit. Take the third exit onto A420.
The way. Subway and a co-op. Bumpy roads. About overtaking me, it's a fucking white van coming towards us. Go off somewhere else. Not in this, they're not. the road. I haven't really got any other choice but to use the middle of the road. Big lay-by. Let's go to Swindon. Swindon Truck Park is up here on the left in a minute. Might be in there tonight. Occurring. Fucking traffic hold up, that's what's occurring. Bit slow now, so I'm only just under 8 miles from where I need to be, but it's telling me it's going to take me about 20 minutes to get there. So I don't know where I'm going to stop tonight. I really don't know. So rather than just sit in traffic and you watch the back end of a remixed Rhine Water limited lorry and 2 cars, I shall bid you farewell, I reckon. We're moving again. What the problem is. Don't know what the problem is. That on the left is a cute little cottage, but not on a really busy main road like this. Horrible. And with big factory units behind it. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, bit of movement. Eddie. Well, there you go. I'm going to turn you off because, like I say, this is not very exciting. I'll speak to you either tomorrow or yeah, probably tomorrow. I suspect Friday tomorrow, and I need to be home because I've run out of days. I'm on my 6th day. I'm on my 5th day now. So 6th day tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Speak to you later.